Hey guys, in this session, I want to talk to you about P3 in a corporate prayer setting when you have your prayer meeting. This is a big deal because when you start having P3 in your own life and then you start doing P3 with the staff and with the board, and then they start doing it, in their different departments and so forth like that. There's going to come a time where you're going to want to establish a prayer meeting that's kind of a workshop lab. You'll have core training, all of that going on, which we'll talk about more. But the prayer meeting is an essential place for people to learn how to pray in the Spirit, pray with understanding, and to pray in agreement. This is where the corporate body comes together to pray. Now, we have our prayer meeting every single week on Tuesday. And what we do is we have all of our staff lead it, each week a different staff will lead and they'll sign up to do it. But we don't just have a free-for-all, everybody do it however they want. We have a structure, a P3 structure to it. And the way that works is when everybody comes in, the first 15 minutes will be a full band worship. Now, not everybody can have that, but we have that where it's a full band of worship for 15 minutes. And some of the people, especially who are being in training to go towards Sunday morning, they get to have some opportunity there and some reps there on that time. And what we have at the door is all the names of the people on little sheets of paper who got saved who were saved in the last 6 weeks, all the new people who have been new to the church, their first time to come to our church in the last 6 weeks. And everybody, when they come in, grab those. And as we're worshiping the Lord, we'll call out those names before the Lord and pray for them and intercede for them, that God will draw them in, draw them closer, come to salvation. Those who are saved, that they'll find a person who's going to be discipling them through what we call follow Jesus and all of that. So we'll do that during this time of worship. And it's just we don't lead it. They just know to do it. Everybody does that. After the 15 minutes are up and you see it on the clock, one of the pastors will come up and it'll be our time that's called groups of four. And what this means is everyone will find a place. And let's just say this is the stage area up here. And I'll get to these 4 blocks in a minute. But this whole is the area of the space of the worship center where we're praying in the prayer room. And so what we ask is everybody to get in a group of 4 people. Now, when they get in the group of 4, what we say is, for the next 25 minutes, go 5 minutes apiece, and you can P3 over each person in the group. So one person gets in the middle that the other 3 are praying for. One of the other persons is doing the scribe to write it out. The person who's being prayed for, pull their phone out and put it on the recorder so they can record the message the Lord's giving. And the other 2 with the scribe are praying that God, praying in the Spirit, pray with understanding. And then in the end, they'll read it back over the person and pray in agreement. And then they'll text it to them. So they'll have that. And they'll do that and switch it out. Somebody else will scribe, somebody get in the middle. And they'll do that about 5 minutes each, maybe a little bit more for transition and so forth. So we allow about 25 minutes. And this is giving everybody in the room 3 reps and a personal time for people to be able to speak prophetically into their life as well. It's a powerful deal that's personal. This is groups of 4. The next thing is what we call 4 groups. And what we do is we have 4 different areas of the room that will set up one of our pastors. And so we'll say, hey, over here we got Pastor Joey. Over here we got Pastor Mark, and he's going to be handling this one. And over here we got Pastor Hunter. Over here we got Pastor Emily. And they're all in the different places. And this one will be one of our missionaries. And so we have several missionaries around the world, and we'll put their picture on the screen and their name. And that's all they'll have is the picture and the name. And then they'll come over here. And these guys, we just say everybody split up into the 4 groups. These guys over here will pray in the Spirit, pray with understanding. They'll get that revelation from the Lord, do it. That pastor who's leading here will scribe, get it together. They'll declare it in agreement, and they'll all pray together. Doing the same thing here. That's with missionary. This is with one of our staff in that department. So it'd be like Pastor Andrew with the youth department, and they're going to pray there for what's going on there and get a word for them. And so the Pastor Andrew will be there and they'll pray there. Then OCN is our Oaks Church Network. These are all of our church planters and all of our new churches. And so we'll have one of them each week that we're focused on. Their picture will be on the screen, and they'll be there and they'll pray over them, pray in the Spirit, understanding, agreement. And again, they'll scribe it, and we'll send that email to our missionaries, send that email to our church planner, and then here it would be me, or it would be one of the major focuses of our church that we have right now, and there would be a group here, and that word would go in for that too. So we have P3 going in these 4 areas of these major areas of ministry. So this is not a prayer meeting where everybody's doing their personal devotion during this time, or everybody's doing their own little prayer thing to the side. We have focused prayer intercession going on that we want to hear prophetically what God is saying to our missionary partners. Send it to them, to our church planners, to our staff, to our senior leadership, and everything that's going on there. You know what's amazing is every single week when we send these out to the missionaries and our church planners, they'll write back and go, oh my word, you guys are the only people who do anything like this. And every single time y'all pray for us, it is right on time. It is right on what's going on. Thank you so much for being a partner to us in this way. It's powerful as we get those reports back, and we'll post it and let everybody know. So after we do that for 15 minutes, we have 5 minutes left, and that'll be left for a joint, everybody together time where we hit our Big Oaks focus. Let's say it's Father's Day that Sunday, then we're going to pray P3 over Father's Day, or we're going to pray together prophetically over Father's Day. If we have a big Sunday that's an evangelistic outreach Sunday, we're going to do that. If the kids are going to camp, then we're going to pray for God to move and pray in the Spirit and pray prophetically that God's going to move at camp over them. And so this now is an hour-long focus. Starts with 15 minutes of worship, 25 minutes in groups of 4, where everybody's getting personal reps and receiving a prophetic word and doing P3. And then they get into 4 groups of these focus intercessory parts and P3 for 15 minutes, and they end together with a unified focus. This is a very powerful prayer module and schedule that we do that is so beneficial for us. And each week, like I said, one of our pastors or one of our elders can lead it, and they know how to do it because it's already set up for them, and it's incredibly effective and unifying. So, P3 prayer meeting.